Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Shrey FC. I'm so happy to be back with you all today, and I hope you all are well and good. And today, I'm going to preview the Mega Clash. So, before starting on the preview, do follow Curious Harry Hiren Bhai on his channel. And Hiren Bhai, how are you doing and how are you feeling today?
I am very good. How are you, sir?
I'm also very, very good, Hiren Bhai. So, what's your opinion on overall this clash and how exciting this could be?
Yeah, it's matlab a big game for a game week two, and it's a London derby. So there is a lot at to stake. So I think it's gonna be a crack of a game, and it's a big game for a game week two. I think most probably one of the most awaited game for a game week two. And starting may in starting we can have a game like this, then what better we can ask for. So I think it's gonna be a very good game, and I am super excited for game this game. Personally, I am super excited for this game.
I'm very sorry, I was just gone for a minute. So, first of all, welcome to Chelsea Blues in the chat. Thank you so much, sir, to join the chat. And Danish Bhai in the chat as well. So, big up to Danish Bhai as well. Thank you so much to join. And I agree with this one. There's a clash of contenders for the third place. And I think this is going to be an epic clash between the two teams. So, Hiren Bhai has I'm going to tell you people he's a neutral here. And this is why it's always exciting to preview a Chelsea match with a neutral. So, today I've got a neutral with me, a person who has he supports Barcelona, so he has no affiliation with Chelsea. So he's going to be unbiased, and I'm going to be biased. So I think it's going to be an amazing clash between Chelsea and Tottenham. And now going on to the first slide today to discuss on the topics with you all today. So first of all, you can see it's an Harry Kane versus Thiago Silva battle, and I cannot take anything away from this because it's going to be how good Chelsea will be defensively and how can Chelsea handle Harry Kane. So going on to the first proper slide to discuss today, and that's about Tottenham signing this summer. And these are the signings Tottenham Hotspur have made this summer. They have signed Ivan Perisic, Richarlison, Bissouma, Lenglet. They've signed Foster and they've signed Dijak Spence.
Spence.
So coming on to Hiren Bhai, first of all, Hiren Bhai, what do you make of Spurs transfer window this season? And how do you think they have closed the gap towards the top two, or even you can say top three, because Chelsea were above them in the Premier League table last year?
I think they have absolutely hit on a target in I think in transfer window, because they signing a players which they required for a particular position. And I think Ivan Perisic, Richarlison, Bissouma, Lenglet, Foster, Spence, all are a good signing. Personally, I like Perisic very much, because it's a very good left wing back, and it can really help you in attack also. So I think it's a good signing. Richarlison also is a good player, but I think some little bit attitude issue. Other than that, that's a Brazilian DNA. So there there is a no, we can't say much, but very good player also. Bissouma is a wonderful midfielder, and Lenglet, it's FC is coming from us. So I think there is not much to say, but it's a good backup. uh, and Foster and Spence are also very good players. So I think they perfectly sign a player for each position. They think they has to strengthen in this season. So from previous season to they identify which position we need to strengthen, and they exactly sign their profile type of player, and they sign in early stage. So all these players are very gelled up with Tottenham squad, and also very good preseason all of them have. So I think that's why we are seeing from first match they are looking very good.
I think Hiren Bhai, you've been absolutely spot on here. And for me, if I have to give my opinion on the signings and before taking a chat, Sterling to score debut goal at Stamford Bridge. See you. So I think that will be an amazing moment for me and the new signing to get in front of Chelsea fans. And what a better way than to score against Spurs. So for me, if talk about the signings of Spurs, for me, this is one of the best windows Spurs could have pulled off. Now, yes, there are no big names. Yes, I think if I think Hiren Bhai will also know, and I think a lot of people in the chat will also know. I think many people have been saying that Spurs signings this season have not been of the quality they should have been. Spurs have not signed any big name. How should we be afraid of Spurs when they've only signed Perisic, Richarlison, and Bissouma? It's not a window I should be afraid of. These are the things that have been coming out in the market, and people have been underrating the Spurs' work. So for people, I want to say Perisic is a versatile player and a player who can play multiple positions. He can play in midfield, he can play at left wing back, he can play at right wing back, he can play in the wings. Even sometimes he might even play as a false nine. That's how versatile Perisic is. Richarlison is a fantastic replacement for Harry Kane. I think last year a lot of people used to say that Harry Kane injured and Spurs are over. If Harry Kane gets injured, Spurs have no chance except finishing top six, top seven. Now they have got Richarlison, who is a very capable Premier League player. Yes, he's not at the level of Harry Kane, but it's a very, very good WT that you want to have. Bissouma already joins the midfield, or Pierre Hoiberg, in my opinion, and Bentancur. Now, this is also good three midfield options they've got. Bentancur is a very, very good passer of the ball and orchestrator in the team. Hoiberg is physical, and Bissouma is very, very multi-dimensional, who can attack, who can defend, who can carry the ball, and is one of the most talented midfielder for me in the Premier League when it comes to before he signed for Spurs in the bottom half, playing for Brighton. He's a fantastic, fantastic midfielder and a very, very good signing in my opinion by Tottenham Hotspur. So already Tottenham Hotspur have a good striking backup in Richarlison. They have a good backup in left wing back in Perisic. They also have a player in Perisic who can play anywhere on the pitch. They have got Bissouma, who is an upgrade on the midfielders they've got, and they also signed Bentancur in January. Lenglet is a bit of a disappointment, but I think I will go on Lenglet to Hiren Bhai in just a moment on how Lenglet can do for Spurs because Hiren Bhai is a Barcelona fan, and Fraser Foster is a fantastic signing. Has a keeper, backup keeper. He is a very experienced Premier League keeper who did a fantastic job for Southampton Football Club. And then you've got Dijot Spence, who is young and is only going to develop. And I'm very sorry and I apologize to everyone in the chat. I forgot to put a name in this, but I did not put that name intentionally because Spurs are signing this player for the future. So I've only put the names of those players who are going to play this season in the Spurs because Spurs have also signed a player from Udinese, a left wing back, who will come to their team in the future. So going to Hiren Bhai, what are your thoughts on Lenglet and what impact Lenglet could have for Tottenham Hotspur?
When Barcelona signed Lenglet in first starting season and second season, he played very well. He replaced Umtiti in the squad when we signed Lenglet. But when we lost to famously to Bayern Munich against 8-2, from their own Lenglet confidence is Lenglet's confidence is very down from that match, and he never come back from that experience. And from that on, he only are in decline mode. He gives so many red cards also after that match. Received so many red card in crucial point of the match in starting or also in ending also. So I think his confidence is a major issue rather than his quality. So I think in Spurs he will be a good backup, but I doubt about the starting 11. So I think Conte will be using him as a backup also. Backup, I mean, not for a play starting 11.
So Hiren bhai, I just wanted to know on one point in this. Now we all know that he's going to play as a backup to Dyer, Davis, and Romero. But do you think he's a good backup for Spurs who can do well in the Premier League, or do you think that he's not at the level the Spurs need?
No, no, no. He is a good. Matlab, he is a good passer of the ball, and his positioning is also very good, and his passing ability are his passing skills are very good. So I think in Spurs he will be, and also Spurs playing three center back, so he didn't have that much pressure on Lenglet. So in two center back system, he most often caught off. So there are issue, but in three center back system, he will do good.
Thank you so much, Hiren bhai. And Hiren bhai is a Barcelona fan, and he has got such good opinion on Lenglet as well. Please go follow Curious Harry. Very easy to remember. Link is given in the description below. Do subscribe and support Hiren bhai. And taking some super chats, chats as well. I apologize for that, people. And CR7 to Chelsea. I think Deepak bhai, it does look a bit difficult in my opinion because Thomas Tuchel has been very, very clear in his interactions with Todd Bowley that he does not want Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, Todd Bowley has been wanting to sign Cristiano Ronaldo, because from a marketing reason, it's a very, very good deal for Todd Bowley as a new owner. Ronaldo is going to sell a lot of shirts for Chelsea and going to be the marketing name that puts Chelsea on the big globe. But the problem with Ronaldo is that Tuchel does not want him because Tuchel is very afraid of the influence that Ronaldo can bring in the dressing room. So if Thomas Tuchel says yes, then I agree. But overall, at the moment, Thomas Tuchel does not want to bring Cristiano Ronaldo here. And Broha will bully Romero. I will love to see Broha play, but the problem is I think Thomas Tuchel is going to go with Mount Harvard Sterling. But I think Broha could be a very good choice, and I agree. He can bully Romero because Romero is the best defender Spurs have got. If you bully him, you're going to defeat Spurs. And taking one more question here before we go to another segment of the video. And is Frankie de Jong staying at Barca? I think so. Yes or no? I will just come to Hiren Bhai on this before just giving my opinion on this. I think yesterday also in a very detailed way, I discussed about Frankie de Jong. And the thing with Frankie de Jong is that Frankie de Jong does not want to leave because Barca is his childhood dream. But Barca want him out because Barca have to get the money for registering the players. So Barca want to sell him. Barca fans want to sell him. Barca also have to register Frankie say Christensen, and also Barca are fine without him. Frankie de Jong has also accepted that. He also wants to leave. He will be happy to go to Chelsea, who have Champions League football, but he does not want to let go of the 17 million deferred wages that he has with Barca. While Barca are stating that they don't want to pay that, and that was in the previous regime, so they are not responsible for paying the deferred wages. So coming to an experienced campaigner, experienced Barcelona fan in Hiren Bhai. Hiren Bhai, what do you think? Is Frankie de Jong staying at Barcelona, Hiren Bhai, or is he really going to go to somewhere, or you're going to go for Bernardo Silva?
I think there are 2 points about that. That first of all, if he has to stay, then he has to reduce his salary. Otherwise, it can't be possible. And secondly, if he Chelsea are also willing to pay his deferred wages also, but but I think he's in mind is decided to stay only at Barcelona. Otherwise, he made this decision quite earlier, because then this transfer saga about Frankie de Jong can't this much stretch. Uh, to I think most probably he will stay now, because Barcelona already activated fourth levers, around 24.5% sale of BLM Studio, around 100 million, and today also Barcelona signing a contract with PK for reduced salary, and also discussing with Busquets about wage cut. And today itself, Barcelona are gonna register all the signing they have made till date into extended player Dembele and Sergio Roberto. So about that players registration, they will be done. And from next signing we are having is Marcos Alonso, and we are also going for Bernardo Silva now. So I think in most probable situation he will take a pay cut. I think at the end, about so many meetings and tough negotiation, he eventually, I think, will agree to take a pay cut and will stay.
I think thank you so much, Hiren Bhai. And Hiren Bhai is a Barca fan. So I think if he's giving this information, I think that's most probably the most reliable. But he's not a Fabrizio Romano, so I'm not going to say here we go. And taking some more chance as well here. I never wanted him to leave United, but if he went, the only thing I will be excited how he will Old Trafford respond to the suit if he scored there. I think that's going to be exciting. But Ronaldo did celebrate, I believe, Danish by when he came with Juventus. I think he did celebrate the goal when he scored against United. So I think we have to understand that player loyalties today are not at that level that it used to be. Players today, see, it's not even a bad thing. See, clubs also throw out players for wages today because clubs also care only about money. I think we have to be very honest. Today's clubs are also like that. They only care about money. So I don't think I blame the players in that regards as well. And this is why I agree that Ronaldo can celebrate if he comes, but I can't see him go to another Premier League club. Chelsea at the moment for me are going for another player. So Aubameyang looks like the more reliable in my opinion. And this is why I do think that Chelsea are not going to go for Cristiano Ronaldo. That's unfair. Barca should pay him his wages. They are treated him badly. I will say I will disagree a bit with Hiren Bhai in that regard and not disrespect Barcelona. I respect Barca as a club a lot. I do think yes, he has been treated a bit unfairly, but also the thing is Frankie De Jong has to also make his mind up. So for me, Frankie De Jong is also not in the great category as well. He has been making a fool out of United, making a fool out of Chelsea. You just decide you want to stay at Barca and play for your childhood club, or you just want to leave. Why are you mingling sometimes? Oh, Chelsea, I will love to come into you to play Champions League football. Oh, Man United, I will love to play for Ten Hag. But no, you don't have Champions League football, so I don't want to come. But then, okay, I will go to Chelsea, Bayern. But Todd, for me, I just want to stay at Barcelona. So if Frankie de Jong continues that, then for me, as rider, I don't have in my club. Is either you say I want to stay at Barca or whatever, then you settle with Barcelona, or you come to another club. You're making a fool out of Chelsea and United and dragging a transfer window for no reason, in my opinion. And good luck to you, Levio. And thank you so much, by Thomas Tuchel, sir. Thank you so much. And also, guys, please subscribe to Curious Harry, Hiren Bhai's channel. Fantastic content, and he covers everything football. So do subscribe to Hiren Bhai channel. Link is given in the description below. And VHKT FC, I think at the moment is going to happen because Barca will take some time to come back to the club they used to be. So Barca will have to be that. But I will say one thing: if Barca at the moment are in two-edged sword, either Barca will struggle or Barca will become the greatest club in the world. I'm being very honest in myself. Barca's finances at the moment are in a problem where either Barca are going to be reach a level where these problems will slowly go away and they will be at the top of the pinnacle of the football, or they will go downwards. I don't think there's a middle part. Like you can say for a club like Arsenal, where they are going with the young players, developing them. I think Barca are going with experienced players in Lewandowski. They are going with experienced youngsters in Christensen, Rafinha. They've extended the contract of a very experienced Dembele. They have a squad which, on paper, bar doubt regarding the manager in Xavi, capable of winning the Champions League. And if Barca can get that short-term success, they can get that, you can say, attractiveness of the club back. So for me, this Wagegut FC can soon become the threatening problem because see, I am very jealous as well. This only shows that how much players love Barcelona, that they're ready to even take Wagegut to go to them. I think it only shows how much people admire Barcelona and how many children want to play for Barcelona. I think that's a as a rival, I have to accept that people want to play more for Barcelona compared to Chelsea. And I don't think there's nothing bad in compared to that. And CR7 won't join Chelsea. No way. So Harry Maguire in the chat as well. So big up to Harry Maguire. And who do you think should start as striker? I think if you're asking for Chelsea, for me it should be Broha, but I think it's going to be Havertz. If for United, for me it has to be Ronaldo. And going to Hiren Bhai as well. Hiren Bhai will discuss about the lineup in video in between. But right now, if I ask you the question, do you prefer Broha or Havertz? Who will be the person you prefer from the Chelsea team?
I prefer Everts because we need to give him 2 3 matches, and after that if he didn't perform as a level team needs, then I think Broza is a good option. But for now, for tomorrow's game, I think Everts will start.
I think absolutely agreed, Hiren Bhai. And Danish Bhai saying our captain in the chat. So that's a good thing to see. Harry Maguire is in the chat today. So going to the next slide, people. And we have discussed about Tottenham here now. A bit of injury news for Tottenham that I want to give you all. Tottenham have Oliver Skip out of this game, and Tengaga will also be out. Richarlison had a suspension in the last game because of the antics that he had at Goodison Park. So Richarlison is going to be back for Tottenham Hotspur. Is that habit of Everton. So most probably Tottenham have a full fit squad, bar Oliver Skip and Jaffet Tenganga. And taking a bit more chats here, uh, do you think Man United will be in top four this season? For me, sir, I will say I think that is going to be a problem for United to be in the top four. But I can see United win the Europa League. I think Europa League is the one where I think United should go for, in my opinion. I prefer Broha because he had a great game against Spurs last season. And also, I think Broha has a more proper sense to play as a striker. I think Havertz is a player who loves to play as a cam rather than more of a striker. And sometimes he's not there in the tap-in box that a striker should be. While Broha has that instinct, in my opinion. Going to some more news and coming to Chelsea signings as well. So before giving my opinion, I'll take the opinion of the panelists today in Hiren Bhai. So Hiren Bhai, we know you're a neutral fan, and Chelsea have been signing a lot of players. Now you can see I put a list of a lot of players, but a lot of them are young prospect as well. A lot of them might also go on loan. So Hiren Bhai, what's your opinion on the signings Chelsea have made this season, and how are they going to impact Chelsea for a title race or a top four finish?
I think for me, a perfect signing of Rudiger is a Koulibaly. I think I think he upgrade on a Rudiger. I think he's that level of a player, Koulibaly. So one proper signing and a proper centre back which Chelsea are required. So it's a great signing. Raheem Sterling is also a great signing because he gives you a goal, and he can plays on either of the wing and also false nine or free roll number 9. So he is also a good signing and a Premier League proven goal scorer. So no doubt about that. Mark Cucurella, he is also a wonderful backup for Chilwell, who plays as a left wing back or a left back. So he also has proved his ability and skills in Premier League last season. That how much he can contribute to a team and how can he contribute in attack also. Chukwemeka is also wonderful young prospect of midfield and defensive midfielder, which Barcelona also are interested, but Chelsea and Tuchel have upper end in that, so it's a good signing. And Solina, I think, is a goalkeeper from USA. Am I right?
I think yeah, Slonina is a
It's a,
goalkeeper from we've
yeah.
signed him for
So
MSD Hiren Bhai.
how many goalkeeper you are you needed? Mendy, Kepa already you have, but I think Kepa will go on a loan, or so I think that is a good backup. But and these rest of the threes I don't know about that much.
Yeah, I think they are more for youngsters Hiren
And
Bhai. So
and I think Chelsea are back in top four race from signing they have made, and they are link up with I think Fofana, De Jong, and any striker will come. Then Chelsea's transfer window will be a great success, and then Chelsea can definitely can compete for a top four race, or maybe I say top two or three. So no doubt about that. And Chelsea are always a team that if you see in a couple of previous year, they have a team that always finish in top four, consistent team with top four performance. So if we can, Chelsea can't win a Premier League, that means they didn't lose their consistency with top four place. If you say last 4 to 5 years, they are continuously finished in top four. So there is always been a consistency with Chelsea, and defense is there always the strength of Chelsea. So I think this season also Chelsea's chances in top four are very much. So I think they probably finish top three or fours.
thank you, Hiren Bhai, and I agree with Hiren Bhai in that regards. For me, before I give my opinion on this transfer window that Chelsea have had, I will take some chats and I will take the last chat here. But don't you think that Chelsea has an aging defense? Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Azpilicueta, and I'll come to that. For me, I will say one thing about Chelsea is this transfer window has shown that Chelsea have shifted their transfer window strategy. Chelsea earlier used to be a team that used to go for a young prospect who will give us a future resale value. While this year Chelsea have a club has changed. If you see the Chelsea signings, Raheem Sterling, experienced Premier League campaigner who has played for Manchester City, he knows the Premier League, experienced fella. So Chelsea already have gone with the experienced player who is around 27 to 28 years of age, while the previous regime did not used to sign these players. Bar Romelu Lukaku, Marina Granovskia, Roman Abramovich, they prefer 23, 24-year-old players who they could sell in the future for a big price. Chelsea were a club that only used to give one-year contracts to players after age of 30 under Marina Mam and Roman Serve. But right now, that's not the case with Chelsea, and Chelsea have changed their transfer strategy. We have gone with Sterling, an experienced campaigner, Koulibaly, an experienced defender all around the world, at an age of 30, which I'm 100% sure Roman Abramovich will never have sanctioned this deal. Cucurella, experienced Premier League left wing back, a player who can play left back, who can even play left centre back, and a player who is very young but also very experienced when it comes to Premier League. Chokmameka, a future prospect, Slonina, a future prospect, Hutchinson, a future prospect, Eddie Beach, a future prospect, and Zach Sturge, a future prospect. For me, it's been a fantastic window. And a window, for me, like Hiren Bhai has said very well, is not allowed Chelsea to go out of top four race. It's at least kept us at a level we were last year. And I think at the moment, this is a very good point that Sir has made here. But don't you think that Chelsea has an aging defense? I agree with this, Sir. But the problem with Chelsea right now, and a good thing for Chelsea, is I think in defense you need to have balance. I think you cannot have an inexperienced defense. I think I'm very sorry if there's any Arsenal fan in the chat, but Arsenal's young defense did very well last season, but at crucial moments they made massive mistakes. Arsenal's young defense in the crucial moments last season they bottled it because they never had the experience to be at the stage. You need an experience in defense, and Thiago Silva Koulibaly offered you that. Aspilicueta is a player I think who is also going to be a good leader in the dressing room, and we already have players like Chaloba. We already have players like if we sign Fofana, a young prospect, and then we also have players like Colville who are on loan and Muamba from the academy as well. So I think Chelsea do have reserve when it comes to defense, especially Reece James is young, Chilwell is young, Cucurella is young. So I think overall in that regards, I think our defense is very, very balanced in my opinion. So going to the next segment of the video, and that's regarding Chelsea injury news. So Chelsea have Kovacic out for this game, but bar that, there is no more injury concerns as of now, except the futures of some players. So I think you can agree that Kovacic for this game is going to be out. I repeat, Mateo Kovacic has a knee injury, so he will miss this game against Tottenham Hotspur, while other players whose future are a doubt has like Marcus Alonso, Hakim Ziyech, Malang Sarr, Billy Gilmer, Ethan Ampadu, Kepa Arrizabalaga. These players most probably are leaving the club and therefore might not be involved in the starting 11. So now going to Hiren Bhai as well, because Hiren Bhai is concerned with the player who is on the verge of finalizing his transfer to Barca in Marcus Alonso. So what do you think about Marcus Alonso, Hiren Bhai? And is it a blow for Chelsea to lose Marcus Alonso, Hiren Bhai? Or Cucurella is a better replacement when it comes to Premier League and comparison to Marcus Alonso?
It's a definitely a better replacement than Marcos Alonso, because Cucurella is a young and also very good in defense. Also, Marcos Alonso is very good in attacking contribution, but in defense, Alonso not to make that many contribution. So I think Cucurella is definitely upgrade on Alonso, and Marcus Alonso is definitely going, because today Thomas Tuchel also said that his transfer. Are discussing, that's why he is not in the team. So it's probably, most probably will officially announced in next week, because Barcelona are currently occupied with registration of players. That's why it's not making official. So it's already a done deal. So there is no issue about his availability in today tomorrow's match. So that's why he will be not there. And I think all other players are also in the transfer market, so that's why they are also miss out, I think.
Absolutely agreed, Hiren Bhai, in my opinion. A very, very good opinion, in my opinion. I think you are such a good person to see when you make this unbiased opinion. I think many people will just go, oh, Marcus is gone, Chelsea are going to suffer. So I think that's the thing that we have got banter. But now coming on to taking a bit of chat here. And I feel Chelsea have overpaid for Cucurella and they are going to pay more than 70 for Fofana too high. Sir, I do agree that Chelsea have overpaid. I cannot deny that. See, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I cannot be an idiot who will say it's not overpayment. It's an overpayment. But sir, the thing is that today's market is like that. And why do I use the example of Richarlison? I admire Richarlison and Richarlison is a good player. But in never in my life is after scoring just 15 to 16 goals for Everton in a season, is he worth 60 million striker? Richarlison is no way a 60 million worth striker in the Premier League. Sadly, you have to pay that money. Neymar transfer, the 220 million, just broke the market off. And even before that, I will say even my club has been responsible for overpaying like 50 million for Torres and all the other deals that Chelsea have done as well, which have destroyed the market. Right now in the Premier League, with the deals that Premier League clubs have got, where 20th club in the Premier League earns more money than the Serie A champions. I think Premier League clubs are more stronger than they've ever been. And you cannot bully a club in the bottom. It's not like it's Chelsea, so we can bully the club to give us the player for free or cheap. That's the case gone. Leicester, Brighton, all these clubs are very, very strong. And now because they've got the Premier League money, they don't rely on these Premier League clubs for money to keep pumping them. They have enough money, and you either pay them their regarded amount or you just go away from there. That's the way most of the Premier League clubs work. And sir, in today's market, you have to pay the overprice. A lot of players in today's market are very expensive, sir, and you have to pay that price. And I think Richarlison transfer for me, Drinkwater transfer for me that Chelsea have made, even a Bakayoko transfer, even a Murata transfer. I think even a Lukaku transfer by United and then Chelsea again. I think it spoiled the market to his absolute stretch. And I think with the Mbappe deal as well, you see with PSG extended his contract and literally making him a big manager of the club, in my opinion. I think it's changed the football perspective. And today, players are the kings of the market and agents are king of the market. Like I think people who work in the business regard, they will know that customer is the king of the market. I think in that way, agents and the players right now are the king of the market, and clubs either have to pay them good or clubs will be in the downside because these clubs are earning massive amounts from the Premier League. So players will also ask their part in that. And that's the thing I do agree with this one. Do you think the current squad Chelsea can challenge City and Liverpool? I think that if we sign Fofana, if we sign De Jong, and if we sign Aubameyang, I think, sir, I will say one thing. When you spend 300 million or above, there's no excuse to not be competing. I'm not going to be sitting here and saying spending 300 million to just finish in top four. I'm really sorry, but it's the worst spending if you do that. For me, Frankie de Jong is going to be a great addition to this team. Fofana is going to be an amazing addition to our defense. And I think Aubameyang is going to be a good player for us as well. And I think if we can get these transfers on top of Raheem Sterling, Koulibaly, Cucurella, I think we should be challenging City Liverpool. Not winning, but at least challenging them in my opinion. So people, before going to the next part of the video, is a big request. It doesn't take much. Please do hit the like button in the video. It doesn't take much time. Please hit the subscribe button as well. It doesn't take a penny, just 1 second click, and it only helps the channel and keeps motivating me. And also, please do subscribe to the panelist channel, Curious Harry. Link is given in the description below. Do subscribe, people, and please support the channel, both the channels, guys. So going to the next part of the video today, and now discussing on the likely Chelsea 11 with the injuries we have saw. So likely Chelsea 11, in my opinion, is going to be Edward Mendy is going to be the goalkeeper because there's literally no competition available. I think Cucurella, for me, people will be surprised, is going to be playing as a left centre back. I think the threat of Kulusevski and the threat of Son is going to be too much. And I think Thomas Tuchel is going to put Koulibaly versus Son, Cucurella versus Kulusevski, and then he's going to be Thiago Silva. I think it's going to be James at the right wing back. I think it's going to be Chilwell at the left wing back. And do not be surprised that Chilwell and Cucurella play tandem among each other. Sometimes it's Chilwell at the centre back position and Cucurella attacking, and sometimes it's Cucurella defending and Chilwell attacking. And then Jorginho and Kante are going to be the midfielders because I think this was going to be the midfield, and Kovacic has also got injured. So Chelsea have no other choice. And then I think people have been advocating for Broha. I will also love to see Broha, but I do think Thomas Tuchel is going to go with Mount, Havertz, and Sterling. So going to today's panelist in Hiren Bhai. Hiren Bhai has a neutral. Seeing this lineup for Chelsea, do you think this is the best lineup Chelsea can go with, or will you like to see at least one or two change in this lineup?
I think one change is for me. I think I have one doubt about that. That Cucurella will play as left center back because today Thomas Tuchel has clarified that SP and Cucurella are left and right wing backs. They can't. Matlab they have a wing back quality more and center back quality less. So I think. Most probably, he will go with same defender as in previous game, Silva, Koulibaly, and SP, and Cucurella will come up, in substitution because I think that's why he also going for a Fofana also because he know that SP and Cucurella are not. They can be uh, they can be a stopgate measure for a center back, but they can't be a proper solution as a center back for a whole season. So that's why he's going for a Fofana, so he can be plays Silva, Fofana, and Koulibaly as center backs, and Cucurella and Chilwell as a left wing back, and SP and Rhys James as a right wing backs. So I think for me only one change from your lineup, that Cucurella will not play tomorrow. I mean play in substitute role, and I think SP, Silva, and Koulibaly are starting in a defense.
I think Hiren Bhai, I don't think a lot of people will disagree because I think many people have been saying for some time that Aspi is going to be starting. But for me, I do believe yes, Aspi might start, but I don't want to see that happen because I think Aspi Coletta could be really stretched up by Stisson. I think why I do think Thomas Tuchel will go with this lineup is I think this lineup has a bit of pace in it. Cucurella can handle Kulusevski very, very well with the space he has got. I think Silva and Koulibaly are the permanent in the team. I think what happens with James, Jorginho, Kante, Chilwell is that I think people have also remembered that when it was rumored about, you can say, the signing of Cucurella was going to come, a lot of reports were coming off as well that Chelsea were also looking to go in terms of to play Cucurella as a left centre back. I think that's the way Chelsea have been also going as well in that regards. And for me, if you remember about Chelsea and the way Chelsea have been going, I think Cucurella has also been tried as a left centre back. I don't think Thomas Tuchel has just gone for Cucurella to play him as a left wing back. Cucurella this season in the bigger games for me is going to be playing at some point a left centre back, at some point a left wing back. I think Cucurella is a very, very versatile player who can play multiple positions. And I think because Spurs attack is one of the most threatening in the world, in Kane, Son, Kulusevski, I think Aspilicueta against Son could be a danger by Chelsea, which I don't think Chelsea should be taking. In my opinion, Koulibaly should be marking, you can say, Son. Mike Koulibaly should be marking Son. Thiago Silva should be marking Harry Kane. And for me, at the left, it should be Cucurella marking Kulusevski. So Chelsea have good options available, and Cucurella and Chilwell can sometimes shift in tandems, which creates a better opportunity for Chelsea. So this, for me, in my opinion, is going to be the likely 11 that Chelsea are going to go with against Tottenham Hotspur. So taking a chat here, it's a make or break season for Kai Havertz, and I do agree, people, that it's a make or break season for him. But also, I will say that he's very, very young so far, and he's just a 22-year-old kid so far. So we have to also understand that he was always signed as a future investment for Chelsea. A player in the future can be sold for big money, but also can do good benefit for Chelsea in the current as well. So the thing with for me that I've got with Kai Havertz is I do trust him, and I don't think striker is his natural position, but he has got the best chance to make an impression. And now it's his third year at Chelsea, so the excuses have to end, in my opinion. So before going on the next section of the video, guys, it doesn't take much. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, like the video right now so more people can join. And please support the channel and do hit the like button, subscribe button, and support the panelist channel as well, given in the link in the description below. So going to the next part of the video today, and the next part of the video is the likely Tottenham 11 in my opinion. So in regards to Tottenham Hotspur, I think Tottenham Hotspur are going to go with Hugo Lloris as a goalkeeper because they have no other choice. I think Foster is a good goalkeeper, but Hugo Lloris is the number one. So I don't think it should surprise in my opinion. Along with that, for me, I have to also say that Davis, Dyer, Romero, I think this is going to be the back three for Tottenham Hotspur. And along with that, I think it's going to be Emerson, Bissouma, Højbjerg, Perisic, and then I think it's going to be Kulusevski, Son, and Kane. I think this is going to be a bit more, you can say, the lineup for me in regards to Tottenham Hotspur. So putting Hiren Bhai up here as well. So Hiren Bhai, you can hear me?
Yes, yes. Sorry. Stray by power cut off
Yeah,
हो
Hiren Bhai,
गया
I
है
just want to
तो
get an opinion on Emerson Royal. What do you think of Emerson Royal? And Tottenham fans at some points have been impressed by his performances, but mostly Tottenham fans have been irritated by him. So how was he at Barcelona, and is he a weak point of the Tottenham lineup?
I in Barcelona he not play for Barcelona that much. He on a loan to Real Betis. So in Barcelona he didn't play. So in I also in previous game I see bit of a glimpse of a good performance. But I think same as Spurs fans that sometime he can be irritating by its ball losing or not proper defending or not proper cross or something like that. But in a previous game he performed good. I mean it's a performance that can be counted as a above average. So he performed very well in previous game, but I think he will be very good against Chelsea also. So let's see.
I think I do agree, but the thing that I have got a bit of problem with Emerson Royal is the thing that Emerson Royal is for me, he's very, very one-dimensional in my opinion. Because Emerson Royal, for me, he played very well against Southampton and was very, very good against Southampton and in the end part under Antonio Conte. But the problem with Emerson Royal is that for me, attackingly, he does not offer much. Defensively, he does not offer much. And Emerson Royal, for me, is a clear, clear weak point in the Arsenal team. While for Tottenham team, apologies, people. And Tottenham, for me, are going to go with Perisic in this game. Now, people will say that why will Tottenham not go for Ryan Sessegnon? Why in the world will Tottenham not go for Ryan Sessegnon? For me, it's very, very clear. Antonio Conte never in his life will want Reece James going one-on-one with Ryan Sessegnon because Ryan Sessegnon will struggle to handle Reece James, and I think it could be a big problem for Spurs defensively. So I think they're going to go with the experience of Ivan Perisic, and then it's going to be Højbjerg, and it's going to be Bissouma in the middle, Emerson at the right, Perisic at the left, and I do think it's going to be Kulusevski, Son, and Kane as expected, and Davis, Dyer, Romero is going to be the defensive lineup for Tottenham Hotspur in this game. So going to the next part of the video, and that's going on the combined 11 for Chelsea versus Tottenham. So this is my Chelsea versus Tottenham combined 11, and this is the lineup that I, in my opinion, have gone with. We will take the opinion of the chat along with Hiren Bhai here. So in my opinion, this is going to be the best combined 11 in regards to Chelsea Tottenham. For me, I've gone with 3-4-3 formation that both the teams play. So I have gone with Edward Mendy as a goalkeeper because for me, at the moment, he's just ahead of Hugo Lloris. And I've gone with Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Romero as a defense. I think at the moment, Romero is the best defender for Spurs. So he has to get in the team. While Koulibaly and Silva have to be there. I think you cannot make a case for Dyer or Davies to be above them. For me, Chilwell has to go above even a Perisic or even a, you can say, Sessegnon or Regulian at the left wing back, while James for me will go at right wing back because there's no competition for Spurs, and Kovacic and Kante will go in the middle, while Son, Kane, and Kulusevski are the front runners for me. Now, people will say, Shrey, why have you not put Raheem Sterling? For me, I always want a left footer at the right side. So for me, Kulusevski has to go at the right, Kane has to go through the middle, and as much as I love Raheem Sterling to bits, I think Son at the moment is ahead of him in my opinion. So this is my Chelsea versus Tottenham combined 11. Going to the panelists today in Hiren Bhai, in which regard in this lineup do you disagree, or any change you want to make in this lineup?
I think I have already the same 11 as yours, but I think one change is for me, or one or two doubt. In Chilwell position, I think Chilwell is not in a proper form till that because he is coming from injury. So from his place, I will go with rather than Cucurella or Perisic. And in Kovacic position, I will go with Bentancur because he is a very good player also.
Okay, so
So
you will go with Bentancur instead of Kovacic.
mm,
I'm really sorry, Hiren Bhai. For me, I disagree. So I will take the opinion of the chat here. Hiren Bhai has said that the whole lineup is correct, bar Kovacic and Bentancur. So Hiren Bhai has proposed that Kovacic should
I
be
mean
removed for.
I am going with because Kovacic is injured. Otherwise,
No, no, no. I
there
think
is a
this is
no
a
doubt.
proper Hiren Bhai. This is a proper combined 11. Injuries are not part of it.
Okay. Then there is a no doubt about it. Then there is
So I think
a
you are happy with this
so
lineup.
yes. Then Kovacic and Chilwell. Then there is a no issue about that.
So, guys, I just want to end a bit of confusion for you guys as well. This lineup is on the best players Chelsea and Tottenham have got, irrespective of if anyone is injured. This lineup is just the best lineup Chelsea Tottenham combined can be made with the players that they have got, rather than the players that are available for this game. And for me, Hiren Bhai also agrees that this is the best Chelsea lineup we can go with, Tottenham combined lineup. Kane, Son, Kulusevski has to be the front three. James Chilwell have no competition for left wing back, for right wing back from Tottenham Hotspur. Kante, Kovacic are better than Hoiberg and Bissouma, and Koulibaly Silva are better than Ben Davies and Dyer, while Romero for me is at the moment better than any Chelsea defender, and Edward Mendy is for me better than Hugo Lloris, and Hiren Bhai also agrees with me. So people watching in the chat, do put your opinion if you want any change in this lineup as well. And please, people who are watching, it doesn't take a much time. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't take much, and only support the channel. And do subscribe to the channel of the panelist in form of Hiren Bhai today. The link is given in the description below. Please, people, hit the like button, subscribe button, and please support the channel. It doesn't take much. So going to the next slide now, and coming to the head-to-head of both the teams that they've had in last some years. So if you see Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea in the last three seasons in the Premier League, where Chelsea have had Frank Lampard as a manager, where Chelsea have had Thomas Tuchel as a manager. If you see the 1920 season from Chelsea, Chelsea under Frank Lampard won 2-0 at Tottenham Hotspur, the courtesy of Willian, and then Chelsea beat them 2-1 at home from the courtesy of, in my opinion, the courtesy of Oliver Giroud and Ross Barkley. While in 2021 season, Chelsea got a 0-0 draw against Tottenham, where Jose Mourinho and Frank Lampard collided when Chelsea and Tottenham were the first and second team in the table. And in the next clash, Thomas Tuchel beat Tottenham away from home 1-0, where Jorginho scored a penalty. In the 21-22 season last year, Chelsea showed some of the title credentials in form of beating Tottenham Hotspur away from home 0-3. That was a time where Chelsea were absolutely impressive, beating Juventus 4-0, Leicester 3-0, and then those injuries ruined Chelsea's season. And in the next meeting, Chelsea beat Tottenham Hotspur 2-0, where Hakim Ziyech scored one of the most beautiful goals you'll see, and then Thiago Silva also scored, and Chelsea got a much needed victory. So this is the head-to-head in the last three seasons in the Premier League, and you can see how much Spurs struggle in that regards. So now coming to Hiren Bhai. Hiren Bhai, you see in the screen the last some meetings between Chelsea and Tottenham, and how much Chelsea and Tottenham Hiren Bhai has struggled. Hiren Bhai, you are on the line? Hello? So Hiren Bhai at the moment is not available. So giving my opinion on this Chelsea Tottenham lineup, I think if you see here, I think Spurs have a massive, massive problem when it comes to playing Chelsea. They do not like to go to Stamford Bridge. Spurs do not like to go to Stamford Bridge and play even Chelsea at home. And if you see this last three seasons, you see how much Chelsea have dominated Tottenham. So coming to Hiren Bhai here, Hiren Bhai, what do you think about Chelsea Tottenham clash and seeing this pathetic record Tottenham have got against Chelsea? Do you give Tottenham any chance for this clash on Sunday? Hiren Bhai for me is struggling at the moment. I think he's getting a bit of network connection as well. So we'll wait for him. So in my opinion, Spurs for me haven't got a chance against Chelsea here in terms of record. But I do say this Spurs is a different side, and I think this is the best time to play Chelsea. I think Chelsea at the moment, if you see this season, I think Chelsea have been struggling a bit as well. And the problem with Chelsea, in my opinion, has been the way Chelsea have gone. So Hiren Bhai, you can hear me?
Yes. Sorry, वो
Yeah, so
थोड़ा सा
Hiren Bhai, do give
नेट
your
का इशू
opinion
है.
on Spurs. And do you see Spurs improving their record against Chelsea this season?
I think this season they have a chance for this match because Chelsea are still working on a transfer in a transfer market. So for a first match of the this season, I think they have a little bit upper hand than Chelsea because Chelsea are looking for some improvement in their squad in respective position. The way where they think that they require improvement. So in stability wise, I think the Spurs have more stability in teams today because they have already signed all the players and they have properly gelled up and properly completed preseason. So they are in a good rhythm and also starting first game with a 4-1. So it's a little bit extra boost for them. So that's why I think Spurs, this match is a good chance to beat Chelsea uh, to improve their record against Chelsea.
Thank you so much, Hiren Bhai. And I do agree with your opinion that this is the best chance Spurs have got if they want to improve their dreaded record. And now going to the final part of the video after this, and that's going to the prediction. People, please hit the like button, subscribe button. I'm not seeing the subscribers increase. Please, people, do support the channel. Like, it doesn't take much. Just 1 second to subscribe, and it can make a man happy. And also make me continue this content. I only make this for you people as well. And do hit the like button, subscribe button, and please support Hiren Bhai's channel. The link is given in the description below. So going to the
Please,
next part of
please,
the video
guys,
now.
please, guys,
Yes, Hiren
subscribe
Bhai, continue.
to please guys subscribe to Shrey Bhai's channel and my channel because your subscription means motivation and energy for us to make this type of a video and discussion with you all guys because we all want football community to grow and discuss which we can do with our friend also. So your like of this video and subscription are very important for us. So please guys subscribe to Shrey Bhai's channel, Shrey FC, and my channel Curious Eri.
Thank you so much, Hiren Bhai. And please, people, it doesn't take much. Do subscribe and like. So, going to the last part of the video, guys, one of the most important part, and that's about prediction. I think prediction is the most important part of this every game that I think we have to discuss about. Who is going to win among Chelsea and Tottenham? Who is the team which is going to beat each other? A clash, I think we always wait. Who is going to win and why? So, I will give my prediction, people, but before I'll take the prediction of our guest today in form of Hiren Bhai. So, Hiren Bhai, taking your prediction for this game, just tell me your opinion on the game, Hiren Bhai, and what's your prediction for Chelsea Tottenham clash taking place this Sunday?
I think I am a little bit taking a dare here in a Chelsea fans channel to predict this score, but I will tell you in 2 minutes. But before that, I think it's gonna be a really good game because both team are coming from a win in their respective previous matches. So both team are looking very good, but Tottenham are looking a little bit more sharp and finishing wise more. Better than Chelsea because Chelsea are still struggling to find that rhythm and sharpness of the game and also the finishing and to create chances. So in that perspective, I think it's gonna be a 2-1 to Tottenham.
So you've gone with 1-0?
2-1 to Spurs.
Wow, so Hiren Bhai has created a bit of tension here. So Hiren Bhai has gone with Spurs, defeating their pathetic record at Chelsea and finally winning a game at Stamford Bridge after they won under 1-3 under Antonio Conte when Conte was Chelsea manager. So Hiren Bhai has gone with Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2, and I don't be surprised if that happens because Spurs at the moment are more settled and Spurs at the moment have better preseason than Chelsea. But now coming on to important part, that's my prediction. And I think I'm very sorry, guys, to break to you, but I think I only see two results possible in this game. Either this is going to end a 1-1 draw, or this is going to end a dull 0-0 draw. Now, why do I see that happening? Is Chelsea for me will be defensively solid, and I think Antonio Conte and Thomas Tuchel will be very happy if they can get a draw from the match and get away from there. I think it's just the start of the season You don't want to lose a game early. You don't want to lose a bit of statement early. Spurs have a lot of momentum going for them, and a defeat against the London rivals Chelsea might destroy a lot of that. A lot of that goodwill, a lot of that momentum. I think Spurs will spoil that a lot if they lose against Chelsea. While Chelsea will also not like to lose, Chelsea still haven't confirmed the signing of Fofana. We are still going for De Jong. We are still going for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Depay. So Chelsea at the moment are very underprepared. And if Chelsea lose to Tottenham, and then we have some tough games coming more as well, likes of Southampton, West Ham, Leeds. I think Chelsea know that if they drop points against Tottenham and lose, already fans will be angry, which they should not be. Fans will be more reactionary, which they should not be. And then, if in any other game Chelsea drop points before the signings are made, it's only going to increase the gap. And right now, you have 3 points from one game. You could easily have 4 points in 3 games. And from the start of the season, you just might be playing catch up game, and that's not going to end well for anyone. For me, both sides will be defensively set up. I think Antonio Conte will love to make this statement, beat his former employees, and send a statement to everyone that guys, Antonio Conte is coming here at Stamford Bridge to conquer Stamford Bridge. I'm coming here to beat you, and I'm coming here to send a statement to City and Liverpool of what we can do. If people remember, a lot of big victories and statement victories have come at Stamford Bridge. Manchester City in their Centurion season made a statement when they played Chelsea off the park in the nil-1 victory. And after that, I think everyone in the world was clear that City were going to win the Premier League. I think this is a clash that Tottenham might use to show everyone that we are more than capable to compete. But sadly, I think that's not going to happen because Koulibaly, Silva, Cucurella, James, and Chilwell with Jorginho Kante are not going to be easy to handle as well. I think Spurs have a lot of weakness as well. Emerson Royal is a big weakness, and Emerson Royal versus Ben Chilwell, Emerson Royal versus Mason Mount. I think that's a battle where Chelsea will win. I do see Chelsea getting a draw in this game 1-1. I do see Kai Havertz scoring a goal, and I do see Harry Kane finally scoring against Chelsea. And I do see this game ending Chelsea 1, Tottenham 1, and both the managers being happy. But again, I reiterate, I won't be surprised if Spurs beat Chelsea. I won't even be surprised Chelsea beat Tottenham because it's such early stage of the season. But my prediction, my final prediction for this game is Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1, while Hiren Bhai has gone with Chelsea 1 and Tottenham 2. So, guys, these are the prediction of both the panelists today in me and Hiren Bhai. Please, guys, in the chat, do give your prediction in the chat. I know I'm seeing 8 people watching the show. Do put your prediction in the comment section below. What do you think? Do put your opinion below so we can end the show and take some of the chats as well. And people, please, I again request it doesn't take a lot to like the video, subscribe to the channel. It only helps me motivated to continue more and more content for you. And please subscribe to Hiren Bhai's channel as well. Link is given in the description below. So on the final thoughts on the game, Hiren Bhai, until chats arrive, do tell me a final opinion on the game and how this game can be a turnaround for the Premier League season.
I think it's gonna be a super exciting game, and I am also super excited. And I am also doing a watch along of that game, so that's gonna be a fun. And I think it's gonna be a set a tone of how Spurs are gonna play in this season, because it's the first big game for them. So we can know that how much they are prepared for a title or a top four if they have built this team. So I think it's gonna be a lot of things are at a stake to see that Spurs are really that much strong team, or they have that type of player that can beat a big team like Chelsea. So it's gonna be really interesting to see that how Spurs are gonna play, and also really interesting to see how Chelsea are gonna defend, because their Chelsea's strength always been a defensive strength, because you have to make a very good play to score against Chelsea. So I think it's tactical wise also both manager are very good, Thomas Tuchel and Kante. And I think it's going to be a great battle between coach, team, and it's a London derby, so there is a no doubt about that. That fans also are really pumped up for this match, and so am I. So it's going to be a cracker jack of a game. And please guys join for Sunday to watch with us. So I am doing up live watch along also.
Thank you so much, Hiren Bhai. And people, it doesn't take much. Do subscribe to Hiren Bhai's channel, Curious Harry. Link is given in the description below. And if you like this video, do like and subscribe. It only takes not much time. And also, if you have any feedback, do you think I'm doing something wrong or I've offended anyone, please do not hesitate to tell me. If I'm offended anyone today, I apologize in advance. That's never the case I want to do. I'm just a simple human being that's want to discuss on football and talk with you all. So, people, for me, in my final opinion on this game, Chelsea fans who are watching this show, please, people, any result happens, do not be reactionary. A lot of our signings are coming after the break. Fofana most probably will come after the Tottenham game. I think De Jong saga is going to drag till the deadline day. I think Aubameyang saga is going to drag till the deadline day. Ronaldo saga is going to drag till the deadline day. So Chelsea are a bit underprepared. So even if we lose, I don't think we should in any way create a ruckus of it or be reactionary, even if we get defeated. But again, I will say we are Chelsea and we will go positive in this game. And in my opinion, Chelsea will get a draw in this game. My brain says is going to end 1-1, while my heart says we are going to beat Spurs 2-0. So let's see what happens. Because as a football fan, from your heart, you want your team to win. But from a brain, you know this is going to be a difficult game. So on that note, people, I end the video. My Premier League prediction, short video will be shortly today or max by tomorrow. And also, I'll put Chelsea combined 11 versus Tottenham in a more shorter way in short video soon, max by tomorrow. So people, do subscribe to the channel, do subscribe to Hiren Bhai's channel, Curious Harry. Thank you so much, people who have watched. Hope you all have a very, very good day. Thank you, Hiren Bhai. Thank you, everyone involved.